Here we go. This is for third place at this 2025 edition of the Asia Cup. China and Philippines. China had not lost until their semifinal matchup against the Kangaroos. Trying to get back to their winning ways again with a three-woman Gilas team. Cacho on the drive. Oh, acrobatic finish at the rim. Slow on the closeout. China don't make them pay with a two-piece. Jazzy Joe swings it over to Cacho. She got Pingo coming around. Pingo making the move. Pingo trying to get the scoop, but she takes an extra step instead. Turnover. Back to China. In our men's third place game, we'll see New Zealand and Japan. That will follow this contest immediately before our championship games. Leads in the post office. Hard to stop the size of China. That's exactly what they're going to try to utilize in this one. Jazzy underneath. Jazzy in the trees underneath. She can't come away with a bucket. Passes off target, stolen away by the Philippines. Cacho up top, Pingo swings it left. Jazzy waiting for Cacho to come across, but she's stopped by a foul.
Yeah, Zhao dropped off a little bit too low, and she bumped Cacho, who was flashing at the cup on the way.
Jazzy. Not in the groove as of yet. There you go. China and Suma 2-1 start. Pingo. Getting tricky with it. Can't get it to go. Oh, Zhao, extra pass. Unselfish play.
Yes.
That's textbook right there.
But you know how they built up that position, right? They gave the ball inside to Zhao. Double teaming Zhao down low. She's unselfish. She kicks it out. That opens the way.
And the length of China, you can see the problems that it's causing the Gilas so far. And the way that they're contesting every shot. Hands in the passing lanes. And they've got plenty of offensive firepower as well. 5-1 start, China. A win for the Philippines in this game would feel like a gold medal, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. And that can only let you wonder what kind of chances would they have if they were full strength.
Oh, if Camille Claren was playing, she was their second leading scorer before she got injured. Now they have to resort to somewhat of hero ball.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to fill that role of hero. There ain't nothing you can do down there.
Well, China executing the game plan to perfection, just like the man did.
Inside Cacho.
I like that two-lady action between Yosin and Cacho. It takes a toll on Cacho, but I'd like to see her more on that two-lady action with the screen.
Yeah, but I think still that plays into the hands of China. That is a one, as a matter of fact. They won. There's Jazzy. It's just a shade on the line. That went in and out.
You think the pick and roll action plays in the hand of China?
Yes, because you're playing a one-point game.
I see what you mean.
You're not beating China racing to 21 by ones. Look at the size they have.
Yeah.
The only way that the Gilas can win it is if they catch fire and they're able to shoot it efficiently from deep.
But if you only shoot it from far, Kyle, you become too predictable, and the coverage is easy too.
I think you have to take your chances without a substitute. And the other issue is that China aren't exclusively a one-point scoring team. They can also shoot the deuce with you as well, as we've seen so far.
Of course.
So it's one of those games you kind of need a miraculous performance from someone. And so far, that has not been the case for the Gilas.
They're playing good. They're playing good. They're solid. But the problem is defensively, you have to some way, somehow, as we have a perfect, beautiful view out here at the venue.
Bird's eye view.
It's very nice. But you need to some way, somehow find a way to slow down the inside dominance. And good luck.
Oh, that is a beautiful play right there.
I love those actions involving Yosin and Cacho, I'm telling you.
Or maybe that's a way because
China is not going to give you the twos.
Well, China's expecting Joseon to take a high volume of twos. It's really her decision-making that will make the difference. Does she force them? She's got the green light.
Right.
Or does she try to find that cutter? She's done that. And lo and behold, Gilas are in it. So hold on, let's see.
And Cacho also, like I said, you have to understand, what I'm asking Cacho to do is going to get her dead tired, because going up, going down, going up, going down, it requires a whole lot of legs. But she's so good at this. That's where the difference maker happens, is if you can't get those stops defensively, that becomes tricky, Kyle, because trading off one points, what we talked about, that's not the way. But if you can get a few layups and get stops, then you're not condemned to shoot the two.
China with an 8-4 lead right now. 4 minutes eclipsed in this third-place game here in Singapore at the 8th edition of the Asia Cup. Cacho hands it off.
There you go.
Extra gear ignition, or ignited rather. Not that she could stop anything on the inside.
China is playing so smart, just the way they should play. They understand the assignment.
Oh, Cacho got that gangster smack.
Yeah, and these are the plays I don't like to see from Team Philippines, because that's going to take all their energy out even more, and it's much easier to guard that. For China, if you play one-on-one, oh, that plays right in the hand of their defense.
Oh, Zhu being pestered by Pingo. That's a win there, just to get Zhu out of the, or Zhao rather, out of the paint. Pingo hits the deck with that one, keeps it alive. Jazzy is going to take a shove.
13th foul against China.
And it's the third, yeah. China doing a good job substituting. Every dead ball situation, you're getting a relatively fresh body in. China, the #1 seed. Neither of the teams had to play in the qualifying draw. Pingo a little late on that delivery attempt, and then gets whistled for the Gilas' second foul. Officially halfway through this 10-minute sprint to 21. Be coming back to Singapore yet again next year for the Asia Cup. We'll have the World Cup qualifiers as well next year, and then the World Cup in 2027. That was announced this week during the opening ceremony. China continued to add to this lead as Lee will step into the line. Wing Shi. And that one will fall. Beautiful behind the back move. $1 million move and a 5-cent shot though. Joseph, that was one she should have shot the two. She was open, the defense sagged off of her.
Right.
And that would have been the time to shoot it. By the way, last time China made their way to the podium was 2023 in the women's competition with a bronze. Won the whole thing in 2022. And here they are knocking on the door. Zhao kind of rushed that one unnecessarily. Ends up in a miss. Ball goes back over to the Gilas as they attack Cacho. Jazzy Joe, too strong off the iron, out of bounds. Meng-Young Zhao, 30 points, 7.5 points per game average on this Chinese team to lead the way. A solid 4 rebounds per as well. She's getting a rest right now. Lee lets it go right back, lands in her lap, and she knows what to do with it. An easy layup. The lead continues to swell. And
Nice.
Pingo with the quickies. Finishes with the scoop. Goes for the steal. And that leads to an easy layup. China been so consistent, scoring inside 60% of the time. It is a bucket. Two-point shooting has left some to be desired for China, but in this matchup, they don't need the two-point shooting because of the size advantage over the Gilas.
At the end of the day, just being a part of that semifinal and medal run, finishing in the top 4, being underwomaned, dealing with the injury, and there's an emotional injury as much as physical injury in the team. And it's remarkable to see the heart they've played with, and if they can build up, because remember, the first thing I told you that I liked about that Filipino team was the fact that they returned with the exact same roster than last year. They finished 6th. Now they're going to finish 4th in all logic, I believe. I don't expect something crazy to happen, even though we can always expect the unexpected. But truthfully, this Chinese squad right now is very smart. They've executed the game plan as they should. And I don't see enough energy in the tanks left for Team Gilas.
Pingo slicker than Rick with 2 chains, but she would throw it away. Crafty movement. She's a dangerous ball handler, but the turnovers have been an issue in a game where the margin of error for Philippines was already so slim.
Right.
And they continue to give it up, and China continue to take advantage. Possession, arrow to China. Up top, Lee, Wing Shi. Long rebound back to China. They'll get reset and they'll try again. Wing Shi put on the brakes and broke her off. Light work on the inside. Joseph, quick release. Cacho gets it back. Cacho turnaround. Was indecisive on the shot attempt. And now they got 4 to get one up. Cacho on the run. Stops and will misfire. Zhao gets fouled from behind. China will get restarted. You can see the fatigue on this Gilas team. Each player is absolutely gassed with no substitute. And again, we are sending our best wishes to Camille Claren and her recovery from that knee injury that we saw go down yesterday. And while this will very likely not be a Philippines win, they certainly represented the country well with the effort they put forth, especially in the absence of one of their key players. I will say now that China is going to be too much in this contest, even though there's 2:20 left. If they shut me up, then so be it, but I don't see it happening right now.
You know what Sir Charles Barkley would say, right?
He would say, Kobe Bryant, first of all, see, Shaq, let me tell you something about, no, Kobe, so Shaq is, shut the hell up. Wait a second.
That's what he would say.
No, what he would say is, I might be wrong, but I doubt it.
I might be wrong. Shaq was saying.
Never mind. It's gotten off the rails here.
That was the title of his book. I might be wrong, but I doubt it.
You know, I worked with Charles Barkley during my time with Turn Sports for about 4 years. And he slapped me in the back of the neck one time, just randomly in a meeting we were having for an NBA TV show. And I never forgave him for it. It was disrespectful. He literally did it in front of everybody. That's my Charles Barkley story, but he's a good guy. Good guy, really happy. Minute 59 left to play. Zhao trying it in the deep end.
Yep.
And she's got a bank deposit.
She's comfortable swimming with the Sharks, let me tell you that.
17 in the account for China. The Shanghai Sharks are they're tough. Jimmer Fredette played for them for a while. He was correct league MVP. And Pingo playing with her toys.
She's so crafty, man, and the energy she gives on defense is remarkable. Look at this. Just the moment I mentioned that, another deflection and steal.
Now it's the Pingo show.
Great pass.
What a lob. Right in the breadbasket. Minute 20 and counting. Lead target practice. Cacho will track it down.
Moving screen, unfortunately.
Offensive foul. Yep. You called it before almost before the whistle there.
Yeah. Well,
you must have played this game before, didn't you?
A little bit. Just a little bit. But the problem is for most of those calls that we see in both men's and women's bracket, the moment you go for the handoff and you want to give that little extra help and you stick your hips out, it's like an automatic call.
Yes. Inside they go. Zhao continues to count it up. Cacho. Wow, reckless driving. Still scores it. That'll get the Gilas to double digits, but an 8-point deficit with 52 seconds left. That's Cacho. Cacho slipping to the crib, counting.
How can you not love Pingo? How can you not admire her effort, her tenacity?
I certainly do. Impressive effort all around. Whoa. Was almost injured, wasn't it?
You know, it took everything within me not to shoot that ball. You know that, right? You know how much I was considering risking it all.
I'm just glad that I didn't get hurt.
Well, I was going to be there to save you either way. You know that.
Save me.
If I had to take the bullet for you, Kyle, I would.
Oh, man. Out of bounds with 29 seconds. So
well,
somewhat of an anticlimactic third place game here.
Well, at the end of the day, can we really ask more from Team Philippines?
No.
It would be truly unfair. I think that they've given us everything they got. And remember, after the quarterfinal win, talking to Yosin, she told us, we'll give it our shot. We'll give it our best shot. We'll do our very best. We'll give our best effort. But at the end of the day, they just don't know how much they had left in the tank. So all the respect and admiration for this Filipino squad, and China, the better team, winning the medal, earning a very nice third place finish out here. How many steals in this tournament for Pingo?
A bunch of them. She's had some good some highlights to put on her mixtape, that's for sure. Two ball, that will do it before the horn. China take third place here at this 2025 Asia Cup as they outlast the Philippines, who will finish fourth, their highest placing at the event, with 3 players on the final day of action. Camille Claren, best of luck in your injury recovery. And for China, congratulations, back on the podium for the first time since 2023. The final shot to get it done.
And one thing that you notice about China, there's no explosion of emotion. Finishing third is almost unsatisfactory when you see the body language of the ladies. They wanted to play for that top spot. They wanted to meet up with Australia in the final, but at the end of the day,